In the wake of the Labor Department's disappointing March employment report, puzzled analysts tried to figure out the reasons for such poor job growth. They asked many questions like, did businesses fear the impact of the federal budget cuts in March and scale back hiring? Were there fewer food service, retail, and temporary job openings? Do you know that more than 7% of Americans work in food service jobs? And temp work has made up a larger share of employment in recent years. They asked questions like, was it seasonal, since hiring also declined in spring 2011 and the spring of last year, 2012. Would the number later be revised upwards? We'll have to see. Whatever the causes, the message is troubling. The jobless rate dipped to 7.6%, but that was because of fewer job seekers. The labor force participation rate, get this, the labor force participation rate was 63.3% in March, and that is a 34-year low.
In another discerning development, the Institute for Supply Management's manufacturing service sectors PMIs both retreated last month. The ISM's manufacturing PMI fell to 51.3 from the previous 54.2, while its non-manufacturing PMI dipped 1.6 points to 54.4. On the upside, the Commerce Department did note a 3% rise in factory orders for February.
NYMEX crude settled at $92.70 a barrel on Friday, representing a 4.7% five-day loss. COMEX gold gained 1.5% Friday to the end of the week at $15.75 an ounce, but still slipped just over 1% last week.
The jobs report in North Korea's ongoing threats gave investors a little pause last week. The Dow down about 1% or 0.1% to 14,565. The NASDAQ down almost 2% to 3204, and the S&P also took a hit, down a little over 1% to 1553. Yet it was only the second down week in the past 7 for the Dow.
So looking ahead at this week, Ben Bernanke is speaking on stress testing banks tonight, Monday.
Nothing major planned for tomorrow.
Wednesday, the March 20th FOMC minutes will be made public.
And Thursday brings the latest initial jobless claims report from the Labor Department.
And then Friday, March's PPI and March retail sales data arrive. The University of Michigan's preliminary April Consumer Sentiment Survey appears. And Ben Bernanke speaks again, delivering an afternoon speech at the Fed's Development Conference. That's what we're looking at this week. My name is Eric Hagen.
And I'm Greg Petrie.
We'll keep our finger on the pulse of the economy and report back to you next Monday.
So please feel free to subscribe. We'll talk with you then.